Here's how we enjoyed a day trip from Bogota with True Colombian Experience.
Air conditioning is what makes Bogota weather perfect. So guys, I have to tell you, like some people from the north of Colombia, where the weather is very hot, they would say that Bogota is the fridge of Colombia. I think I read that.
We started our journey bright and early in Bogota. Diego, a guide from True Colombian Experience, picked us up from our home exchange in a private, comfy van, and we were off. With his deep knowledge of history and local culture, Diego turned what could have been a simply sightseeing trip into a rich, immersive experience.
They're the two most delicious bread in the world, okay? This one, the first one is called almojábana. This one is the top 6. It's number 6. Consider number 6 more delicious bread in the world. This one, number 10. This one is called almojábana. This one is called pan de yuca. This one has corn and cheese. This one cassava powder and cheese. Okay.
Here we are in the picturesque town of Guatavita, about an hour and a half from Bogota, and our first stop was breakfast at Cafeteria Café y Canela.
You mix it. Okay, remember the ingredients are almojábana. This one, cheese, egg, cilantro, and milk. Okay, remember?
This milk soup was actually quite delicious and a perfect breakfast in my opinion. The town of Guatavita was rebuilt in the 1960s after the original town was submerged by the reservoir. The new Guatavita still oozes colonial charm with its whitewashed buildings, red tile roofs, and stunning views of Tomin Lake.
He was one of the bravest warriors of the Muisca people, okay? By gold, totally. He will be put on a raft, okay? There will be soldiers, there will be a priest, okay, with him, and they will go to the middle of the lagoon, okay? Once they're in the middle of the lagoon.
You just heard Diego explaining the powerful ritual of the Muisca people, where a new chief would be covered in gold dust and sail out to the center of the lake to offer treasures to the gods. It was fascinating, and hearing it while standing there, looking out at the sacred lake, made it feel extra magical. As you might notice, we're at our second stop, and this is where the legend of El Dorado was born. This spot is not only stunning, but it is spiritually significant. As we soaked in the views, Diego taught us about a unique Paromo ecosystem and the local plants that help trap water, an essential part of Colombia's high-altitude ecology. He taught us which ones to touch, and one of the most memorable lessons, do not touch the plants. Some are incredibly sensitive, and we learned one species went extinct simply because people kept touching it. A humbling reminder to tread lightly in nature.
All the water that it will retain will flow through here and go directly through the mountain.
As for the hike, yes, there are stairs, and yes, the altitude totally hit. Chris and the kids were fine, but I had to take it slow. Thankfully, Diego and Chris were super patient while I caught my breath, and yes, the kids ran ahead like mountain goats.
When the Spanish people arrived here, they saw thousands of this here in this place, like this height, even taller. So when they came here at night, they said, wow, they look like the Spanish monks, like the frailejones. That's why the name.
I'm not a hiker, but these views were definitely worth the hike and the huffing and the puffing. These guys didn't even care. But hey, the motivation was, there were treats at the end. There was this little cute spot, and we were able to enjoy some snacks and drinks, all included with the tour. Cheesy repas and cerveza, yes, sign me up. Enjoying it out in nature, a double win. I think I might be into hiking if every hike ended like this. Just saying. Wear sturdy shoes, and we were advised to layer up. We definitely did not need any layers during our March visit because it was still quite hot, at least for us Canadians. Alright, from there we drove about an hour to reach one of Colombia's most jaw-dropping attractions, the Salt Cathedral of Zipaquirá. Carved into the tunnels of a working salt mine, this underground cathedral sits 200 meters below the surface and is unlike anything I've seen. You walk through winding tunnels where every station of the cross is sculpted into walls of rock salt. A powerful mix of engineering, artistry, and faith. I didn't expect to be blown away, but this place, it's a masterpiece. After seeing quite a few of these, yes, we did start to get a little bored, but that's okay. Diego knew exactly where to take us next. We spent a solid 2.5 hours here, completely mesmerized. We didn't rush, we didn't have to follow a fixed group, and could explore at our own pace, which was one of the many perks of doing a private tour with the True Colombian Experience. We saw the fittest baby Jesus, and wonderful works of art here. Highly recommend watching the 3D movie if you have time, because we learned a lot there. Also, you may notice that there is constant construction going on, and that's okay because they are trying to maintain the space. You also get to see what mining conditions may have been like during the construction era. There are wonderful exhibits everywhere. Highly recommend roaming around. You may even end up at this spa shop. Great place to not only get your scrub on, but also to purchase a few souvenirs to take back home.
Girl, what should we buy Sia?
This is him.
This is what?
It's him.
That's him?
Apparently that looks like her grandfather. Alright, as you can see, there's salt on the surface here. And yes, we may have licked it, but that's okay, right? To end the day, we made a final stop for a delicious Colombian barbecue dinner. Included with the tour, of course. We ate at Restaurant La Cantarell. Nope, sorry, cannot pronounce this one. Let me type it in for you. This is where Chris was also able to get a vegetarian meal, and our table was marked with a little Canadian flag. Such a fun surprise. This day trip had everything: history, nature, culture, food, and personal touches that made it feel really special. And the best part, we didn't have to plan a single detail. Diego and True Colombian Experience took care of everything with warmth, professionalism, and genuine passion for sharing their country. If your schedule's tight like ours, this day tour with True Colombian Experience was a perfect way to explore deeply without any stress.